Hey, this is Mike with DRUMline. I'm Cobus guitar.
That's really good.
Drum channel.
Very
so
good.
you were out there doing some interviews at Namm,
Yeah.
and
It's been amazing. It's been incredible. If you've ever been to Namm, then you know what it's like. Madness, tiring. It's day 3 for me. My voice is kind of gone right now. But I've met some incredible people and seen some incredible things, and it's been great. Namm's awesome.
Well, you're not just an interviewer. You're quite the drummer, and you do a lot of lessons and stuff on drum channel.
Yeah, it's been really interesting for me to be like the YouTube drum cover guy and to kind of migrate from drum covers into maybe original content or instructional material or hosting some shows and stuff like that. So it's been really interesting for me to do some fun stuff, and see what I can do and where can I have fun and where can I earn a living. And so it's been a challenge, but an awesome challenge. So.
Well, Don Lombardi told me last year you were putting a band together and you were kind of documenting that.
Yeah, we did this thing called the YouTube Band Project, where I used YouTube to audition musicians and select a band and put them together, and I flew them to LA for a month. And we wrote and recorded an album in 30 days, which was incredible. Yeah, so we finished the album at Drum Channel in a month, and we released it. It's on iTunes now. It's called Way Up Here. We're called Ventura Lights, and we've got a 5-disc box set with a full-length documentary, 100-minute documentary about the whole story, drum lessons, like an equipment video. We basically just said, we're music geeks, we love music. If a band were to release like a box set, what would we want to see? And so we thought, I'd love to see a documentary, I'd love to see what equipment they used, maybe some lessons from the drummer on the beats that he played. And so we put all of that and a lot more stuff in the box set for the band. And so we released that in August. It's been doing really well for us, which has been great. And we're thinking of playing some shows soon, so we'll see what we can do.
I think you were from South Africa originally?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So my question is based upon that is, how did you get over here? I mean, when did you start having an ambition to live in America?
That's a very good question. You know what? A lot of people ask me about that, and they say they've got so much respect for me taking the leap, going to Los Angeles. But I just want to say it was never like I'm going to drop everything and just go to LA. It was never like that. I started doing the YouTube videos in South Africa, and I was still studying. And so the YouTube videos slowly kind of grew to a certain point, and when it reached the point where I realized, okay, now it would be smart to go to LA. Like now I'm at a point where it would be a good business decision to go to LA and meet up with some people over there and work with some people in LA. That's when I took the leap. So I always tell people, like especially young kids who ask me, especially from South Africa, like should I just like leave my studies and just go to LA? I'm like, no. You have to have a plan, you have to have a strategy, you have to be diligent and disciplined. You can't just go and expect it to work out. Like you have to do your homework and make sure that you've got a brand, make sure that you're skilled, practice, you've got personality. Like it's not complicated, but it's not simple. And you can't just get up and go. It's like, and that's not what I did. I was really blessed with the YouTube videos, getting to a point where like kind of it gave me the possibility of a career in music, and so I just did my absolute best to utilize that. To actually get a career in music, which is what I'm still trying to do.
Right.
But it's been an awesome challenge, and I've really enjoyed it. And like I said, came from the YouTube videos, and then now I'm just trying to take it as far as I can.
And you've given back a lot along the way, a lot of teaching, and that served you well.
Yeah, I've tried to do that. I'm self-taught, so I don't want to be arrogant and say take lessons from me because I'm self-taught. But the first thing I will say is, being a self-taught guy, get lessons from people who are educated, because that makes a huge difference.
Right, it does help. But,
so much.
You think though sometimes when you're self-taught you kind of come up with something new a little bit?
Absolutely, that's the one thing. Originality I think is huge, and creativity and personality is huge when you're self-taught. When you're
ripping chops, Cobus.
What's that?
Yes, baby.
Thanks, man.
He just got a fan during the interview underneath the camera.
When you're self-taught, usually you have some really bad habits as well, unfortunately. So what I tell guys, when you start playing the drums, just get like 1 or 2 or 3 lessons at the beginning, just for somebody to tell you a little bit more about gripping the sticks, you grip around the sticks, maybe foot technique, basic stuff like that, so you don't hurt yourself. But if you're self-taught, like I said, you've got a really unique style most of the time because you're teaching yourself, but just be careful not to hurt yourself and learn like really bad habits that hold you back. I heard this really cool saying where the guy said, people who teach themselves play the rudiments and they don't know what they're playing. People who had lessons play the rudiments and they know what they're playing. So everybody plays the same things, but it's just whether you know it or not. And so education just plays a really big role in terms of helping you progress faster. You're probably going to get to the same point. It might take you 10 years. Where if a guy who had lessons, it might take him 2. So there's a lot of wisdom in education and getting lessons and not being proud and accepting help. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, man.
Cool.
All right.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Sweet.